There are some animated films that were made in the 80s that have withstood the test of time and they still feel relevant today. And then there's Barbie and the Rockers Out of This World. I watched this purely out of curiosity because the animation design that I saw on the poster artwork looked really interesting, by which I mean peculiar. And I had never seen a Barbie film like this. I watched some Barbie films when I was younger, but not too many, but certainly none that I could remember had this style of animation. So I thought I'd give it a watch out of curiosity, and it's not all bad. But at the same time, it feels like it would have become very cheesy very quickly, and it doesn't seem like it's trying to be cheesy. It seems like it's trying to take itself seriously, because Barbie decides to go off with her band, the Rockers, to outer space, as you do a charity rock concert. Now, there is the big question of how many people are going to actually be in outer space to pay to go and see the concert. Well, that didn't really seem to be a problem for this, and credit to them, they managed to work around that. And there are various problems that they have to overcome. For example, when they time travel, which seemed to be an element, they went to the wrong time, which I thought was an unexpected twist that certainly kept me on my toes. I will give it huge credit, it is very unpredictable. And doesn't really feel like a Barbie film, to be perfectly honest. And in a way, that's a good thing, because Barbie has a lot more personality here than she often does, even in more contemporary films. And as a role model for young people watching it, she's certainly a lot more well developed than a lot more contemporary versions. So today's Barbie can actually learn quite a lot from this one. But I'm still not going to pretend that the narrative is the most well developed. As I said, it is quite unpredictable, and I definitely appreciate that. There's nothing worse than when you can guess every aspect of a narrative. And the animation style isn't great. It isn't terrible. It's not too choppy, but at the same time, I feel like they definitely could have fine tuned it a bit, and it could have been a little bit nicer and a little bit easier on the eye. It's not perfect. It does age it quite a lot. Which again, there are a lot of films that were made in the 80s with much better animation quality that don't feel as dated as quickly. But also just a lot of the dialogue and the subject matter and things that are being discussed, they definitely dated. With regards to the music, I didn't think it was that addictive, but it wasn't bad. I didn't think that the music was bad or jarring or felt out of place with the action. I just didn't really find any of it to be quite catchy. So I'm pleased I've watched it out of curiosity because it was definitely a very interesting experience. Would I watch it again? Absolutely not. Do I recommend it? Yes, if you like Barbie or have nostalgia for Barbie or you like the idea of the premise, because it is certainly interesting. This band going to outer space to do a concert. And the outer space aspects are animated quite well. I'd say watch it if you're curious, but maybe don't put it straight to the top of your to watch list.